Hey guys, it's Runchuks from Bluff the Spot. This time our guest on the podcast was Scrimitzu, who is a GGPoker ambassador and a Twitch streamer, and wow, I wanted to talk to him about streaming and how people find ways to make their poker career more meaningful, how some people diversify their source of income by being active on the social media, and this progressed into a fascinating conversation about so many things. It's one of my favorite episodes so far. We had a lot of laughs and I learned so much. It was a real eye-opener. So I hope you guys enjoy this one as much as I did. As always, we have the timestamps in the description so you can jump to the topics that you're the most interested in. And please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel.
This is a very, very fun thing that I have realized over the years. A lot of people who watched me stream have become poker streamers.
Really?
One of the biggest examples is Easter Dance. So he's getting like 1K, 2K viewers, 3K viewers. Some other people that are really, really, really cool. Like, for example, Tony Warriors, Progressive Dreamer. They were all viewers in my chat and they started streaming. They said, hey, man, you inspired me. Fuck it. I'm looking at you. I'm saying this is not so hard. I'm gonna start streaming myself. What the fuck? What am I wasting my time here in your chat? Or I could be streaming myself and wasting my time in my chat. You know?
Right.
And they were all sort of partnered because the bigger sites are doing like a really, really good job right now in including as many like Twitch streamers and Andre Cause. Yeah, there we go. He's in my chat. Andre Cause actually started out by watching most of my poker coaching videos for like weeks on end because he'd have absolutely nothing to do at his job. So that's what he did for like a long time. Then he quit his job and he started playing poker. And then he became a streamer and he became a GG. It was called GG Grinders, like the second team of GGPoker somehow. They had like this weird concept where they put in like two separate teams. It was weird. Anyways, so yeah, Andre Cause began streaming, and he was watching me before. That's awesome. There's like so many people with like the whole like Twitch culture just became streamers. That's awesome. For me, Twitch has been very, very beneficial because it helped me get rid of anxiety, because I would sometimes sit around for like 30 minutes before clicking, or like even more, and some days I just couldn't click the start stream button. I would be like so anxious of what people thought about me, because Twitch chat was savage back then, dude. They were calling me like some words are not even allowed on Twitch right now. You'd like get insta banned. Back then it was like a bit more like democratic, a bit more like less rules imposed, and it felt really bad, really, really bad. But now like I got nothing. I just start streaming. I'm happy to see my people. I'm happy to see new people, new faces all the time. I don't care whatever anonymous keyboard warrior from like across the ocean says about me. I really don't. And I'm really, really hoping that a lot of people, like I've inspired them to do the same thing, and it has also helped them in maybe not the same way as me, but streaming changes you somehow, and it's for the good. It's for the good. Right. And Kinky Kangaroo says every new streamer watched some streams before. I agree with that, but generally I was more saying that they were regulars in my chat. So they were like, whenever I streamed, they were there. All right. They were very committed, right, to Twitch poker and to my stream. And then they started streaming and I lost a lot of viewers.
That's fun. I never watched any streams, to be honest. I mean, probably you can tell that, I didn't even posted anything on Twitter. By the way, I did. Once you told me in the beginning of the stream, I immediately posted something on Twitter. But
yes, I retweeted it.
Oh, nice. We're getting some coverage here.
I said I retweeted and said, "Come watch."
All right, awesome. But yeah, so basically, my case is different because I never aspired and still don't really aspire to be a Twitch streamer. What we're doing is a once a week podcast conversation thing, right? And I love it. I want to do it, and I thought that having it on Twitch allows us to have interaction with the audience, and it just adds that little bit of extra community feel. So I'd rather do this than us record this conversation offline and then we post it whatever, wherever, right? So, but apart from that,
of course.
you know, and actually, because we had a short call before we started this stream today, and you were showing me some of the things that you're doing in your own streams and some of the innovative things, and it kind of makes me think like, yeah, I want to watch. That's entertaining, you know, and I never thought that I would view like, oh, I want to watch somebody play poker and that's entertaining. Because listen, I don't even rail the Galfond challenge, even though every time I was on the stream, I was always saying, oh, I'm going to rail Galfond challenge because, first of all, I need to see how he plays because I might still play him myself later on this year. And I definitely am interested in the challenge. And then when it comes to it, I'm like, I have other things to do. I have better things to do than watch somebody play, you know, so...
Yeah, it's not cards up, which is kind of disappointing, isn't it?
The what?
It's not cards up.
Well,
cards
yeah,
up,
it's not cards up, but it's understandable that, I mean, there's so much money at stake, you know,
obviously,
so...
But they could do it. They could do it with like an hour delay or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't think either one of them wants... Because you know what, for Phil, it would
want to
be...
show your game, yeah.
For Phil, it would be pretty bad because he has so many challenges lined up, right? So he's basically giving away so much information to everybody who's still gonna play against him, right? And for Vanny, I don't think he's very interested in that as well. So I think, you know, obviously Phil is gonna make it more entertaining with his Bill Perkins challenge and with Adams challenge, you know, the Brandon Adams.
Maybe versus those people, he might decide to go cards up. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. And especially, I think the Adams challenge is going to be, in fact, all live poker. They're just going to play live poker for 20 hours.
Oh, that's going to be super cool. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be probably the most watched one.
Oh, yeah.
I would actually, if I were like Phil, because he has a very, very small side bet with Jungleman. Small amount of hands and small side bet. So it's not that big as like Veni Vidi, who's like crushing him right now, for example. Is that true though? Because like I saw 300K, but I don't know how many buy-ins is that. Like 30 buy-ins?
No, that's 15 buy-ins. It's not too bad.
Oh, okay. It's not too much. Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's like 15 buy-ins. 3,000 or 4,000 hands in. It's a bit rough, but it was to be expected.
If it does keep going this way though, it's gonna be pretty rough. It depends like on variance. Obviously, Omaha is like higher variance than Hold'em, so I can understand that it would be 15 binds is kind of nothing. Really, it's not that much. Yeah. But I'm hoping that Phil will step up to the challenge and just like run better at least.
Yeah.
You know. And it's going to be fun. When he plays Jungleman, I'm hoping that will be cards up because that's going to be, if he plays Jungleman, then that's two huge communities of followers, for example, clashing, right? So it's going to be really, really fun. Like I would suggest following the chat during that challenge because it's going to be pretty freaking awesome, like people fighting each other and stuff like that. Oh, no, mine will win, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think about like Jungleman's online persona, by the way? Because that's been pretty controversial. Have you been following a little bit?
Not much. I mean,
did you see that movie he did?
Well, with the chicks?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Who hasn't seen that movie?
There we go. So you have been following.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay. But it's so weird because like his live persona, at least before, whatever happened in his life, I don't know. Now he's just more present on the social media, I suppose, and just kind of having this weird image. I would never have expected, like from what I heard, because some of my friends know him personally quite well, and you know, from all the stories that I heard, I would never have guessed that he's gonna be the guy who's gonna do the movie with the chicks and do all the other weird stuff. So it's quite weird, quite interesting. Oh, and by the way, we have a new subscriber.
Asian Broris, thanks for the sub, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
So pretty much he's doing the whole social media thing. Maybe he understood the value of it.
Yeah. What do you think is the value of it? Because I'm still not getting...
The value of it is pretty simple. As long as you get... So this is something that I talked about with Mark from you guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The more you put yourself out there, the more people are going to see you, to remember you. You make an impression, right? That's how it's actually called in like Instagram or Twitter. If you go like back end, you see impressions. You don't see number of likes only. You see number of impressions. How many people have actually seen it? Because you mark an image on their brain with your face, right? Even though it's not there per se, like they might not remember you if they're not like avid followers. You mark that, and that's like subconsciously it's there. And the next time they see you, you have a better chance of them remembering you. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So the next time, and then they see you again, and then they truly remember you. You have their active memory, right? You're in their active memory. So essentially what you're doing is the more people see you, the more people remember you, the more they trust you. And that's true in all marketing. That's why commercials work. That's why pretty much everything, like that's why commercials cost so much, and they work because they bring people in. And like Coca-Cola is like huge. That's why Coca-Cola has a huge building dedicated towards marketing that is separate from like their rest of the offices. They have the recipe. They're making the product. They just got to sell it, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, the more you see a brand, the more you see a person, the more you see a brand, you get to trust it more. So that's why the more people you have trusting you and you must really conserve that trust. You must not be an asshole, okay? Or say, okay, this broken product is great, right? You can't do that. But if you recommend some products, they're actually good, then people actually buy them. And I've watched plenty of YouTube videos, for example, with people experimenting with drop shipping and paying micro influencers on like Instagram. People have like 500 followers, 1,000 followers, paying them to advertise their drop shipped items. So basically, how you do it, you get some sort of item from AliExpress or some sort of Chinese shop, right? That's the first option. You look for something that is cool and you want to sell it, and you want to sell it for a lot more on Amazon, right? Because that's how you do it, like drop shipping. And then you pay a micro influencer. This is where the value comes from, like 500 followers, 1,000 followers. You just pay them whatever they charge. You negotiate a deal, and you pay them some sort of fee for them to add that product to their story or make a post about it, right? So essentially, they're people. And this is the thing. Micro influencers tend to have the most dedicated communities. So if you're like really big, a lot of those people might be fake followers, or a lot of those people might be not so interested in. So like I follow Eminem, for example, on Instagram, but I never see his posts, right? But I follow more specific like close friends, and I see their posts, and I like them, and they don't have a lot of followers. So their followers are more engaged in their activity. But the value comes from brands paying you to advertise their products. And it's the same thing as building for Jungleman. I think the value is that he's building his social media account, right? That movie, everybody in the poker world saw it. It doesn't matter who was in it. It doesn't matter what anybody was doing in it. It like only the impact that it got, because it got him. I can guarantee you, it got him a lot of followers. It got him probably some hate or some frowns or some weird stuff, some weird questions at the table. Like, what the fuck, man? Like what are you doing? But in the end, it'll probably get him. It gets him up there. It gets him like in the spotlight, and that's a very, very good place to have, because you can say things that people will actually hear and react to, and he might get like, I don't know if he's interested in that in the future somewhere. He might get like some sort of sponsorship from a poker site, right? I remember him being on Poker Snowy? Yeah. You know the two? He was the front man for like Poker Snowy. And he was like a quote. He said, "I never thought that a computer program could have such big balls," or something like that, because he played it heads up. And that was him. That was him. He was there, and that was his quote. That was their marketing thing. they paid him for that. Obviously, he's not gonna like, hey, will you? I'm developing poker software. Will you test it out and say what you think about it and whatnot? And then we can add a photo of you on our site and your name and your quote, but for free? No, no. They probably paid him a decent amount, but people trust Jungleman because Jungleman is just such an awesome guy. Like, he's such a crusher. So if they put in his face and name on the site and say, hey, this poker software is really good, then people are going to buy that. That's the power of. I would say that's why he posted that movie. And from what you said, that he's like more like in his inner shell. Maybe he tried to make a study and understood the value of having so many people, like committed people, not any sort of someone. Because if you're having a 60-year-old lady follow you that never played poker or is in a country that poker is legal in or something like that, it's not going to help. But the video was actually also poker oriented, so basically he's attracting the right crowd.
Yeah.
So publicity stunt much? Yes.
Wow. And what do you think about Gus Hansen and doing all his stunts?
Same. It's gonna be a great summer, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Look, I think Gus is slightly less inclined to understand this stuff, but more inclined to just want to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But that's good because it works on the same principle. So he's sort of lucky because of that. But he just wants to create this whole person. I'm not really sure if he's like that IRL but like from what I've read and heard and talked to people, he is like that IRL.
He is,
but he just wants
like
to.
That, yeah.
Yeah. So like I read him well, right? Poker player. He's nuts. So he doesn't care about people perceiving him as like a good person or a bad person. He just wants to be himself. He just wants to express himself because of that, and that results in a lot of people following, because it's good content. It gets a reaction from people. It's something that you don't see. It's something that is maybe for some people shocking, right? So that's perfect. Right, so on the same principle as Jungleman, but Jungleman, I think he was a lot more calculated, and obviously it was a whole thing that was directed and stuff. And Gus just posts like random, but it works because that's his life. It's funny how his great summer posts quickly end. Seems like it doesn't end well. I don't know what's going on in Bobby's room, man, but coffee attack. I mean, he's been pretty fun to follow. It has been a fun summer.
Yeah.
And
now it's like it's going to be a fun Christmas, and it's going to be a fun this, and it's going to be fun that. It's becoming a theme.
Yeah.
It's his thing now. And by the way, Robbie Expert is saying that he noticed that Tobi is here. Well, Tobi is supposed to be here. Tobi experienced technical issues just before the stream. Yeah, so we're still waiting for him. He's going to find his way. Yeah, he's going to find his way to get to us, or if not, he's just gonna watch it.
Yeah, exactly. A meteor just fell on his microphone, and he's having a hard time finding another one. That's okay. Yeah. So Gus Hansen, what do you think about Dan Bilzerian? I mean, Dan
Bilzerian. Oh man,
does he get hate from like every poker player?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, he reaches a specific demographic. Like,
he reaches all the demographics.
Well, yeah. Well, he reaches all of them, yeah, but he gets like a love-hate kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. And
very polarized, yeah.
Very polarized, yeah. I don't know. I mean, he's doing something right as well in terms of the social media game.
True. And Andrei says he likes more to follow poker girls. What is your favorite poker girl?
My poker? I don't follow anyone. I don't like literally right now I don't even know how many people I follow on Twitter. And that happened randomly. It's like I'm not too big in a social media game at all, so it's funny that I'm doing the podcast and everything without being present anywhere, without having any aspirations to be there. Because my original idea was I want to do it because it's fun. Like basically every conversation I'm having, like once a week, I'm always learning
Mm-hmm.
something. Like I
Mm-hmm.
always feel like I go away from these, couple hours that we spend together. I always feel like I go back sort of with something new. Like I learned something and it was fun, so I enjoy it. I do it for myself, right? As a byproduct, okay, we do put it always out there, and recently the community on YouTube, especially on YouTube, was quite active in commenting, and it seems like it actually helps a lot of people, and that's what I love to see. This realization that some of the things, especially like some of the things that we talk about on the podcast episodes, which are about routines and being productive, being efficient, etc., etc. Some of the things that we talk about seem trivial to me, and it's eye-opening to see how not trivial they are to so many people and how helpful they are for so many people. So I'm really glad to be doing this. But then coming back to your original question, like I really don't follow anyone on Twitch or I don't have an Instagram account. I do have a Twitter account. Like, because my thing is I'm focused on poker, on studying poker, and then I want to work only specific amount of time per day and have the rest of the day off. And the rest of the day off means like no phone, no bullshit, just I'm having a peaceful life.
What do you do on your time off?
I don't have much time off, to be honest, recently.
But when you take that time, no phone, no nothing, what do you like to do?
Well, I love to... Yeah, it depends on the time of the year, of course. But, in general, like, recently it's mostly... Like, I have a small kid, so just hanging out with the family, going for a nice walk, having a dinner, just... I think it's a really cool thing to, like, use this poker freedom, or the freedom that comes from being a poker player, to be able to see like your kid growing up. Because like if you think about it, how many people actually miss that? Because it's like literally you blink and you miss it. Because like day on day they change so much, especially when they're super young. So to be able to be present there, it's quite rewarding. And then I have a bunch of hobbies that I pursue, and I just love to do that. Sometimes just the weather is nice, just go on a motorcycle ride, puts a big smile on my face every time.
Nice. Biker gang.
Yeah.
Did you go on those friend? Do you have friends with bikes?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you go on like those cross-country trips?
Well, I mean, I live in Malta, so you can cross the whole country.
Like
we literally went from, like, we drove around the whole country in less than a day, while making a couple stops for lunch and beer.
Wait, what do you live in Liechtenstein or something?
No, in Malta. In Malta, so it's pretty fucking small as well. Not as small as Liechtenstein, I suppose, but it's tiny. Especially on a motorcycle. I mean, you don't care about traffic. You just
27 square kilometers or something like that. It's ridiculous. Just a mountain castle, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nice,
Coffee Attack is saying Steve Aoki has more poker content than Dan Bilzerian.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah,
that is great. Yeah, but Dan Bilzerian said that he invented loose aggressive play.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Chad? Is that a huge insult to like Stu Unger and like some people that were like before him, or what do you think about it? It's like fucking hell, man. Like really. Yeah. When I saw that, I just went to the bathroom and immediately put down 3 fingers down my throat and puked. What do you think about that affirmation, Runchuks?
Oh, I mean, if only. Like, there's no point to listen to what this guy's saying. That's the whole thing. Like, he says so much bullshit, and some of it sticks. Because it's sort of like, I feel with him, he just gets out there and says so much crap, and then the good stuff stays and becomes popular, and the rest is sort of kind of goes away. Nobody talks about it. Nobody cares.
Yeah. It looked to me like the Queen of England came and said, "Hey, I invented the crown." Like, really? Hold on a second. Yeah. Says Dan Bilzerian knows about as much as I do about space shuttles as I know about poker. That's great. He also inherited a few hundred mil from his father's security fraud. So, yeah, no, he wanted that at poker, man. Fair and square. Shut up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shut up, Roby. What are you doing, man? Coffee Test asked me, who are your top 5 Twitch poker streamers? Andre Cause. He's in chat. And Bluff the Spot. He's in chat. Andre Cause. Follow him. Okay. My top 5 poker streamers. Me. Obviously, I'm going to vote for myself. Lex is very, very fun to watch. Vanessa Cade is awesome. Very innovative, very fun poker streamer. Wears a lot of onesies. Is just like awesome. Chicago Joey Poker, when he does turn his stream on live for like podcasts, or like when he had like the Mike Postle thing, it was like pretty awesome. Andres Feroli is a great poker PLO streamer, and I really enjoy watching him from time to time. And I'm definitely leaving out a lot of people because let me actually think about this like deeply. Yeah, I'm leaving out a lot of people, but if I would say like my top 5 is somewhere around there. Progressive Dreamer is awesome. Shout outs because he has a very, very cool stream. He's like this Argentinian guy he has like aquarium integrated in his stream and some sort of like really, really cool lights, and he DJs and does stuff, and then he also plays poker. And he used to be in my chat, now he's on Natural 8 Partner. Mm-hmm. So, there you go. Yeah. So essentially, that's kind of like my top 5. I don't know how MMA runs so good. That chart is insane. Somebody's like coming like. Anyways, getting back a little bit to like the value. Like Dan Bilzerian saw the value. He's like, he was called king of Instagram. Do you know how much these people make on like a post?
I have no idea.
Dude, if you like, it's one Google search away. Dan Bilzerian, how much does he make per post? You know, and you'll find in November 2013, Bilzerian posted unconfirmed claim that he won 10.8 million from okay, this is just playing poker, but essentially, the cost of a post for a person who had 30 million Instagram followers, something like more, you know, it's like ridiculous. Companies will pay you like 500K for that. I'm not kidding. For one post. Or like a lot less, like maybe like 100K for like a story that will last like 24 hours, or you can negotiate for like 5 hours, 10 hours, something like that. So it's very, very, very like it's huge. It's ridiculous, you know, and that's where the value is. Or a company would pay you to wear their shirt during one of the, you know, placed products. It's ridiculous. That's where the value is. I think that's where Jungleman is going. I think that's where Gus is going, but he doesn't know it yet. And yeah, a lot of Twitch poker has become from an unsponsored platform of people just playing for fun and for like generally community to like a fully pretty much sponsored lobby. There's very, very few people who stream and play that don't have a contract with the site.
Wow, really? So basically all the sites are you know, grabbing all of the streamers pretty much. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, and you want that. Technically, it doesn't matter that much how big the streamer is, and I'll tell you why. You want quality over quantity, and not necessarily the viewer quality, but also the stream quality. You want somebody who can represent your brand and pretty much put it in like a favorable light as much as possible, obviously without losing trust or anything. But essentially, if you look at like Twitch lobbying, like a lot of people will have some sort of contract with the site, be it Stars, 888. No, 888 actually less. Party is huge. Party started their whole social media and Twitch movement a while ago when everybody got partnered. And then you have GGPoker, you have Natural 8, you have just getting streamers and streamers. Why? Because it's the same thing that I told you about earlier with the impressions. The more you see a brand, right? The more you see Brian, the more you trust it. And that's really, really good for any poker site because trust is everything for a poker site, right? Remember Full Tilt? That went well.
Yeah.
Were you playing back then?
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, I was playing Full Tilt. I remember the day when the whole thing went to shit, like when... because there was a period when it was sort of clear that money is somehow frozen, but you could still play on Full Tilt.
I was at the tables, man.
Yeah, I was at the tables as well, and I remember it felt like play money.
Yeah,
it felt like play money. I remember I had my worst downswing at that time, right? Probably not in my career, but it was pretty horrible, and it didn't feel like anything because it felt like, it's just play money. Obviously, super bad decision. Obviously, not a very good approach. But I remember that.
How much do you have on it when it went down?
I don't remember.
Was it something significant though, or like was it your main platform?
Well, actually, let me think about it. I think I managed to get some out. It was possible, right? At some point I did. I think one of my cash outs went through, even from Ultimate Bet. Some cash outs went through.
Oh, well done. Holy moly.
Then, so whatever the money got frozen there wasn't too much, to be honest. It didn't hurt me really. But I did end that period of time when, it was sort of play money kind of situation. I think I lost 30K or something in a week, just super quickly.
Were you happy when you got it back though?
It was such a long time after that I really didn't care. It was I was happy when I got money from Ultimate Bet.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Especially it was a sizable amount, and I completely gave up on that money. I thought, well, there's no chance I'm ever getting that back.
Yeah.
So when I got it back, I was like, oh, this is nice.
As thank you, Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah.
was he not the one who was advertising UB so much?
Yeah, he was. He had all the gear and all the cap and everything,
That's dangerous, dude. That is dangerous.
Right.
Look, man, this is I want to say that I think the golden era of poker is gone, honestly, based on we talked about this previously, before the stream a little bit, And I want to say that before you said that companies were going away from pros like Ivy and everything, and then they were getting in touch with maybe social media, higher follower counts and stuff like that. And I agree with that. And there's a very, very specific model that happened in my country. There's a guy who has zero talent in singing, zero talent in composing, absolute zero. He has this huge social media following, and he has videos that have 10 million views, 20 million views, and he's challenging all these real artists, and he got mopped. He got mopped on the floor, right? But because of his huge social media following, he became a star, let's say, without actually having a voice or anything, or any brain to conjure up any sort of decent lyrics, right? So that was fucking awful. But essentially having the power of having a huge following got him there. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care, right? So essentially what some poker companies have been doing is reaching outside. You said with Rafa Nadal or some other guys, for example, GGPoker got Felipe Ramos. Do you know?
Felipe Ramos.
Do you watch yes,
football player?
Yes.
No. Yes. Okay.
Yes, he was streaming on Twitch.
What?
Yes.
What was he streaming?
Poker. He's playing the GGPoker Masters this Sunday, previous Sunday. Yeah, he was streaming. They got him streaming on Twitch, and that's awesome. That is awesome.
Wow.
Seeing Felipe Ramos, or Sergio Ramos. I don't know.
Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why I got confused. I was like, what is it?
Hold on.
Little brother of Sergio.
Hold on, because I can probably find the post that they got him in for.
You know what? While you're looking for it, actually, because I just saw a message from Tobi, and I can't reply because then I think it will interfere with my layout here, so I'm not using my keyboard. But Tobi, join us, man, because he said he fixed his issue, so he didn't want to interrupt the flow. So just get in. Your name is on here, so
no,
the seat is open. It's been reserved for you.
Felipe Mojave Ramos.
Felipe.
This
So
is
who-
the guy.
who is he
Hold
now?
on, I can link him in chat.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably got the meteor bits out of the microphone. He's good now.
Right. Gulags is saying that finally catching me live. Big fan. Thank you. Happy
Yay!
you made it.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so like a lot of social media platforms are just reaching out to like all these celebrities in other domains, influencers, stuff like that, and that's really good. I think. Welcome, Tobi, by the way.
Oh yeah, Tobi. Hey.
Hello. I'm also here.
Hello.
Thank you to
Nice
Robbie
to
Expert.
have you here.
So you sure you fixed the
think you-
microphone issue? Doesn't sound like it.
I think so. Is it that bad?
It's
quality
pretty
that
bad. Yeah.
It
Oh,
sounds
no.
like you're at the bottom of a pit and somebody's trying to throw you the microphone with the bungee cord.
Oh no, that's horrible.
That is
horrible.
Yeah, I don't know why, man. Are you do you have like the microphone selected in like Skype?
Yes, I'm using my phone right now.
Holy shit, JNandez is in chat. What the
Oh,
fuck?
nice. Hey.
What's up,
wow.
dude? JNandez, advertise your PokerCon quickly. Plug it in chat. What's
Sure.
up?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be there. Nice. You know about it? No?
About what?
PokerCon.
PokerCon. What do you mean?
Yes.
Tell
It's gonna
me
be
about it. What am I
sort of,
missing?
you know,
here?
like Twitch. Do you know what TwitchCon is? Do you know what like PAX East and like all these like a Comic Con? You know, so like it's a convention.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're
yeah.
making one. They're making a poker convention
Really?
with and between the 2nd and 5th of April at like King's Casino. And JNandez is gonna be there. Ben CB is gonna be there, and Nicky Mouse is gonna be there.
That's
Not Mickey Mouse, Nicky Mouse. He's also a poker tournament crusher. Ben CB, I'm pretty sure you know who is,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
JNandez
Of course.
doesn't need any introduction. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I think I'm gonna join.
Awesome. Well, interesting. I've. Where was I living? I don't know. I don't know.
You don't
any
have an
news.
Instagram account. You don't have
Yeah.
a Facebook. Like you can't know this shit. You know, this is the power of following people that are relevant.
Yeah.
To the poker
Well, I'm old
community.
school. You know, I get somebody like you, and then you tell me things, and I'm like, okay, let's write it down, pen and paper, calendar. You know, the old book, and okay, what's the date? PokerCon.
Yeah, exactly. PokerCon.
Mickey Mouse, not the real Mickey Mouse, but the Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I
Mickey
got
Mouse,
you.
yeah.
But at first I thought Mickey Mouse. I was like, oh, that's a cool company. JNandez, Ben
Disney's joining
CB,
in,
and
yeah.
Mickey Mouse. I was like,
Hey,
that's
weird.
cool.
Yeah, Disney's joining in on all the
Yeah.
fun. Let's get these little chumps gambling.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Disney Plus join forces with PokerGo.
Yeah. Awesome.
Fucking
The
hell.
Rounders remake. That would be cool. Yeah.
Wow, made by Disney. Imagine that.
Ah,
He gets
yeah.
to marry Mila Jovovich at the end. Fucking hell. I was just listening back to last week's pod on YouTube. Just realized you're actually live. Good job, guys. Says JNandez. Thanks, dude.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I appreciate
Thank
I'll
it.
you so
take
much.
all the credit.
I also love your content, by the way.
What? Toby? What were you saying?
I also love his content.
Oh, nice. So Toby
Yeah.
is a fan,
Yeah, I also have a subscription. Yeah.
and he has a subscription. He doesn't have a proper microphone, but he basically has a subscription as a fan.
Dude,
Yeah. I mean, I don't have
Toby,
the money
I got
for
a microphone at home, man. I can send it to you.
Oh man, is it really that bad?
Look, we can understand what you say. It's bad, but we can understand what you say.
JNandez is saying. Thanks for a robot impersonation. No, that's funny.
No problem, JNandez.
Toby basically
Okay.
revealed himself of being a bot. You know, he is
Yes,
a bot. Toby's
we
a bot.
finally know that he's a GTO bot. Finally know that he's a GTO
Podcast
bot.
bot.
Oh man.
Hello,
This is going
pod.
well. Anyway, yeah. Where are we?
Yeah, we're talking about like the golden age of poker is dead because before you'd have all these companies sponsoring pros, flying them all over the world and buying them into tournaments, you know, and And essentially, you just be like cruising around the world wearing a sponsored hoodie. People knowing that you're a pro, but that's to no deficit because people tend to, if they know you're a pro and they're not a pro, then they tend to play weirdly against you, like try to massively either overbluff you or underbluff you, and that's good for you, by the way. And essentially, you're just there free rolling. You're just going to all these tournaments, just free rolling, getting WSOP bracelets, getting bought into whatever tournaments the fuck you want. Actually, at some point, I already had the contract with GGPoker, and a Chinese poker app that is the biggest one right now approached me, and they asked me, "Hey, do you want like partnership?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm already in bed with GGPoker, so you probably can't get like another one. So you'd have to make me a pretty good offer, probably, or maybe not, because I probably won't even leave." So they were like, "We can fly you around here to like Manila and stuff, and buy you into like some tournaments." So I was like, "Holy shit, this thing is still going on." But I'm a Twitch streamer. That doesn't that isn't me, right? I have a stream. I can't just abandon my stream. Fuck it, I'm going to Manila, like stuff like that. It's like essentially. I turned that down, but that was a pretty good offer. But that is dead now. So no poker sites, as far as I'm concerned, are still kind of doing the whole let's get Ivy on board and let's get Doyle on board or something. Doyle will probably kind of get him, but let's say
a short-term contract with Doyle, I reckon.
Oh, that's such a needle. Holy shit. Let's get fucking Barry Greenstein on, and let's fly him around in our decked out in our how much is Negreanu getting from GG? A lot more than I am, but I don't know, man. How the fuck should I know? Anyways,
but what would you guess? I think that's really interesting. I like that.
Sorry, look, I agree that it's very interesting, but by contract, I am not allowed to discuss any of that.
Oh, okay.
And it would be very uncompetitive with like other members of the team because we don't know anything about anybody. So essentially, that's kind of how they want to keep it. It's bound to the contract. I'm given something because otherwise I wouldn't probably wear like only like this hoodie with like GGPoker right here. GG Rocap because it's like reverse, or maybe it's correct.
No, it's correct.
It's correct. Nice.
Yeah.
So you like reverse the webcam. That's awesome. But essentially, oh, you're asking the podcast hosts. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll step back. Podcast hosts.
Oh, okay. So let me check my books. How much are we paying Negreanu? I have no idea. Oh man.
The thing is, I have no idea.
How much would you estimate though? Because that's the interesting part. I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be way off, but I would guess like maybe 25K a year.
What? No, that's peanuts for Negreanu. Like he wouldn't even.
That is Daniel Negreanu.
If that's 25K a year for Negreanu, then.
Fuck Nate, they're paying me more. I mean,
shit. Let's hire him for Love the Spot, man.
I wish.
I'm just gonna hire him to promote my stream. Fuck it, like, Negreanu, come over here. 25K. Here you go.
Yeah, maybe 25K per day. per Instagram story for something like that. I don't know. Well, let's more like 2.5 mil a year. That could probably
much. I would have guessed like about $1 million, but that might be still way off.
I think at least 2 mil per year. I think around that sum would feel like very close to reality. I don't know if you know. Do you know Twitch Ninja?
No.
Like the biggest channel on Twitch. Do you know? Does anybody of you guys know Ninja?
No.
Okay, he was the biggest Fortnite streamer. Fortnite is like this huge game on Twitch, and he was like the biggest, and obviously the biggest channel on Twitch, pretty much. And Mixer came, which is the competing Microsoft platform, and Mixer Ninja. Yeah, so Mixer came in and competing Microsoft platform, and they said, "Hey Ninja, we're gonna give you some benefits. You come to us and you stream exclusively to us for the next 5 years, contract, stuff like that." And he went with it. I understand why, because Twitch was very, very frustrating for him and from a few points of view. But Twitch offered him to stay 20 million, and he turned it down.
Wait, what?
What?
Yes. Yes, that is absolutely valid. Twitch offered him 20 million to stay, but not Microsoft offered him more because he has such a huge reach. It's ridiculous. And what you understand, what's up, Metal Uda? How's it going, man? This huge grinder in chat. Null mid 500 Zoom Crusher Metal Uda. He has also a stream. Guys, give him a follow. He's a pretty good guy. Pretty good guy. He's one of the good guys. Anyways, 20 million to stay. And you know, they brought in 2 streamers from Twitch. They brought in Ninja and they brought in Shroud, who is this absolute beast at PUBG and another. And he was a Counter-Strike professional player for Cloud9. And they brought in 2 people to Mixer. And Mixer, before those 2 people, had 0.5% market share on streaming. Now they have 3.5% market share, which is 7x. Hello? And that is huge for them because they're becoming this big platform. That is a lot less restrictive than Twitch, for example. Because Twitch tells you, hey, if you're going to stream on our platform and you want a sub button, you're not streaming on any other platform pretty much at the same time, right? So if you're streaming on Twitch and you sign that contract and you actually read it, you'll see that there's an exclusivity clause, okay? Because Twitch wants you only here. And that's one of the... It hurts your growth generally, but it's better for Twitch is better for monetization generally. But yeah, 20 not 20 million a year. It was just a movement deal, right? You come to us, we're gonna give you some money. Mixer said. Nobody knows how much they gave him, but everybody knows it's over 20 million because Twitch came to Ninja and they said, we're gonna give you 20 million to stay and to stream for us. No, not per year, for 5 years, for 10 years. I don't know, for how much the guy wants to stream, and he said no. And Shroud was of, let's say, similar, smaller size, but more dedicated fan base. So yeah, that's the power of this reach that we keep talking about.
I'm absolutely speechless right now. I feel
and
like
I
opened a door to a whole new world. It's like Narnia. I just fucking walked into the closet and boom, fucking 20 million for moving to a platform. I never even heard of Mixer before. It's like, fuck. What am I doing? What is going on? I'm missing out on a whole new world. Jesus.
Yeah.
I also have to say that I'm absolutely blown away. And I think Uptrend Gaming said it best. We are all dinosaurs.
Absolutely. I mean,
it's a tough life, though.
Well,
it's a tough life, though. I'll tell you why. Because if you want to be a successful streamer, you got to put in 7 days per week and 6 to 7. Have a schedule. Keep at it. Never get out of schedule. Almost. Be the same on stream. Be always positive. Be always energetic. It's fucking hard. Honestly, I can't do it. I would consider okay, I can do it from a lot of points of view, but sometimes you just need breaks, dude. And that hurts your viewership so much on Twitch because people come in regularly, and if they don't see you and if they don't know anything about you, where the fuck are you? You know, you're not streaming for 3 days. You're slacking. You know, Twitch can be very, very unforgiving from that point of view, and you just half your viewership that you've been trying to get for the last year, and that really sucks. And there are people who are really good at that, and they're very dedicated, and they're entertaining, and they're making it happen. But you can't do this for 30 years. It's impossible. You can't do this for I don't know, man, 10 years max, 10 years tops, let's say. Then if you keep doing it, your soul will eventually pop out of your mouth and just fly, I think, honestly.
Yeah, but then if you get 25 million, you could only do it for 5 years, and you would be fine.
Yeah, yeah, true, very, very true. Especially, yeah, fuck it, dude. He's set. He probably got 401k pension fund from Mixer and stuff like that. He's good, man. But the reality
if he didn't get it from 20 mil, he can just put 401 himself.
Exactly.
I think he's fine.
Exactly. New name for the podcast, Dinosaurs and Robots. Perfect.
Yeah, JNandez is suggesting.
Dinosaurs.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that one.
By the way, speaking of a new name for the podcast, because was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think 2 weeks ago I had the special stream, which if you guys go to my YouTube channel, it's called the giveaway or something. Anyway, so a lot of people were suggesting names for the show because I asked you guys to come up with a name. So a lot of people posted comments there and we've got so many amazing ideas. Definitely going to consider JNandez's idea as well. And I think I'm going to make a poll somewhere, and I'm probably going to ask Scrim here to teach me how to do polls on social media, where to do them,
you
how
can do
to
it
do
on
them.
Twitter. There's like a simple function.
All right, so I'm going to do that. And by the way, JNandez, if people who posted the comment on that special giveaway video, they are in a raffle or whatever it's called, in a lottery for getting 1 hour free coaching from me. So if you post it on the video, you get it too. You get a chance.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, guys, actually, I'm serious. There's still 3 days, whatever, because I said till end of January. Anybody who posts a comment on that video, you get a chance of, like, 3 people going to get a chance to get a free 1 hour coaching. So go there and, get your chance. And also, by the way, a lot of people were suggesting guests, and I've been working on that list because a lot of super interesting names came up, and I already reached out to some, and JNandez's name came up more than once as well. So, and he's here, so we definitely should do something there. I'm gonna talk to him later, and we might get him here. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Dude, get him on the podcast. Fuck
that would
it.
be awesome. That would be fun.
Go. JNandez, you have no reason not to. Very positive statement. All right, so getting a little bit back on track with like the golden era of poker is gone. So poker sites have been reaching out for that value of it's basically a TV commercial that is running constantly on a platform where people are watching. Essentially, GGPoker is doing something. So like I'm plugging in a little bit. Okay, I'm plugging in, but pay attention to this because I talked recently to Henry Lister, who is like a coach to Run It Once, and he's like a huge cash game guy, and he's also playing these tournaments every Sunday. GG has a tournament that is like sort of like their version of the Sunday Million, but it's like a Sunday 300K. It's $150 buy-in. But pay attention to this. There's a yearly leaderboard. All right, so you get points every weekend that you play. It's only for this tournament. There's a yearly leaderboard, and whomever tops that leaderboard will get a 500K package to fly around the world and play these tournaments. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, it's a $150 tournament every Sunday, so you have 52 of them, right? So it's like and you probably have huge ROI in it, whomever you are, because it's soft. It's really soft. Everybody wants to play it. And the idea is it's no re-entry. That's one very, very fair thing. It's no re-entry. It's one entry and then you're done. No rebuy, no add-on, no nothing. So play it 52 times. There's a leaderboard. You get first. You get a 500K package to play live tournaments for the next year around the world. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is actually amazing. And I think they have a lot of good ideas. I like the software, and also the thing that you can sell your action is also great, I think. Do you do that sometimes?
I would do that sometimes because it also gets my community involved. And I don't know why other sites aren't actually doing that, because it's such an easy thing to implement pretty much, because money doesn't have to pass through like external. It's just like on the site. It's like you said, Runchuks, like you were playing full tilt, you were playing like for play money back then because it felt like that. It's kind of like the same thing. It's easy. It's just on the site. You invest in people. They get markup. They can put in like markup, right? Like 1.2. I'm selling 30% for 1.2 in this tournament. And it's great. It's just staking platform inside a site. And the thing is, there's no rake on staking. Like zero. People just put in the markup that they want. You can choose. You can invest in people. And that is another way that you can actually make money on the site and not play at all.
Wow. I'm speechless. Yet another new door to yet another new world. This is crazy.
Yeah. One more cool thing that we haven't talked about, and I told you when we talked to pre-podcast, was that generally, if you're a poker streamer, if you're a poker player, you might be. It might be hard to find money to invest in like a solver and stuff, right? Because BioEdge is like 1K, and Simple is also pretty simple. Post-flop, simple pre-flop, they have like simple three-way and stuff like that. Or like Munker is $500. It's quite an investment for like a poker player. It should be done. Like, completely agree. It should be done. But maybe you don't know what you want. Maybe you don't know which one you should get, right? And then you have like some other stuff, like I don't know, like some other poker software, like table software, HUDs, stuff like that. Like what's like a hand to note, right? I've never actually used that one, but hand to note I think is like very expensive and stuff. But if you're a poker streamer, not only do you get money from like contract with sites, affiliation, but you can also get free software. You have no idea. Look, I could actually probably show you a print screen. Hold on, I'll show you, chat. I'll show you. I'll take everything out the bag. Okay, I'll show you a print screen with the poker software that I have. Hold on, let me show you this. Just this section of the desktop. Okay, wait. Is there Pio in there? There's Pio in there. Okay, I never paid for poker software except for HM2 and HM3 because I was lazy. You can see that my icons on the desktop: PT4, HM3, HM2, Poker Snowy, Equilab is free. HRC Icemizer 3 with Nitro, Munker Viewer, which is also Munker Solver, Simple Preflop, Simple Postflop, Simple Preflop, Simple GTO Trainer, Pio Solver, GTO Plus, Simple 3-Way, and Flopzilla Pro. I got all of that. I never paid for that. So basically, What you do if you're a poker streamer, what you do is you contact these companies and say, hey, some of them contacted me. Simple, actually, kudos to Roman and their marketing department for giving me free software. That's great, thank you. No, but really, they're like, hey, we saw that you're a poker streamer, and essentially, you are. Would you make review our product, right? Because I have a YouTube channel, and I would maybe post videos there about their products. And it doesn't have to be like a favorable review, just a review. Just put them out there, And you review this software, you get the license for free. That's it. Make a 20-minute video, 10-minute video. Is this good? Is this bad? You get the license, you keep it. Pio is $1,000. Simple pre-flop, simple post-flop. All this software is quite a bit. Maybe even for a beginning poker player. But even if you're playing Nolma too, and you have like this small community of like people around you, people will still throw licenses at you and HUDs and any sort of something, because that could get them money from people buying. So for them, it's like free, and for you, it's free, but then it's good business.
Wow. Yeah, this is super interesting from the aspect of, and I never thought about these things before. Right. By these things, I mean all of these things. The free software, what the streamers do, etc., etc. And because I was always sort of in my own world of doing the good old thing of just doing whatever I've been doing, just trying to do it better on a daily basis. Yeah. I never even considered, and I mean, obviously, it wouldn't make sense for me to go into the Twitch game or any social media game, really, like money-wise. It's not gonna be interesting, considering, as you already said, like it takes so much time. Like if you actually want to make anything there, it's a shitload of time. It's a full-time thing.
Very true.
But for a lot of people, actually, that is a great way in, and again, like people are different, right? Probably that's why I'm so surprised about Jungleman doing his social media thing, because he doesn't strike me as a social media kind of guy. Right?
He doesn't strike you as a social guy.
Exactly. Right? I was just trying to be polite, but anyway, so I'm
Dude,
surprised about him.
There's also in chat, you maybe not know, potential MN is Ryan LaPlante, and he said silly training sites do it too. So essentially, what he's saying is that Ryan LaPlante is this huge tournament monster, okay? Live tournament circuit grinder powerhouse, all right? He's in chat. He's potential MN, and he's made a site called Learn Pro Poker, right? And he came to me and he said, "Hey, take this free membership, see if you like my site, and then maybe we can discuss the deal." And his site for tournaments is for tournaments exclusively. His site for tournaments has helped me a lot more. So a lot more than, so I've been through Razor Edge. I've been through Poker Code. I've been through whatever tournament, whatever tournament courses there are. Okay. This course that is only $40 per month has helped me so much more than all of them combined. And I watched it in like a few days, and it's boosted my poker tournament game a lot. It's ridiculous. I know that he's not in competition with Bluff the Spot because you guys generally are like cash games. Am I right?
Yeah. First of all, cash games. Second, we don't do videos anyway, and yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So essentially, like I allowed myself to say this because it's a great platform. Honestly, I'm very, very, very grateful because he helped me, and he also gave me one more thing. He gave me free coaching for like 2 hours or like more. Okay, because that's good content. That's also good content that is going to be posted on his site. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I'm getting a lot of value because I got coached by this tournament monster. All right. He just like rakes in chips from everybody. You should see him at the table. It's ridiculous. And he coached me for like my PT4 database. And like we went through a whole tournament together. And that was awesome for me because it's like a huge confidence boost because I was playing great. He told me some of my leaks, and then I feel even more confident right now. So that is another piece of value that I got just for being a streamer.
Yeah, wow. And our chat is really funny today. I see, we're advertising everything but Bluff the Spot, which is fine.
Dude,
Andre is saying, "What is Bluff the
Spot?
Spot? What is BDS?"
Okay,
this is awesome. It is awesome.
Am I allowed to talk our partnership?
Yeah, I mean, you can. Because like the thing that we're doing here, it's such a free-form conversation. I'm not trying to advertise anything or whatever. We can talk about whatever you want.
All right, we have.
And
we
if
don't
I don't
have,
like it, I'll cut it out. That's it.
We don't have like a BTS equals PLO cash. Lol. Okay, so I actually contacted, first of all, Bluff the Spot, and I said, "Hey guys, you have this course. I can make you a review. This is my YouTube channel. This is my Twitch channel, right? I can make you a review. All you got to do is give me the course." And there's been some like back and forth, but generally it was agreed upon, and they gave me the course. I made an honest review. It literally says, the title says honest review. The course is awesome. I really liked it. I fully enjoyed anything that MMAsherdog, MMAsherdog, basically like opened my eyes to some like stuff that I wasn't like really seeing before. And now I know not only some really important stuff, because I'm trying not to give a lot from the course, but also how to learn. And that's great. That's amazing, because it opened my eyes to like a lot of stuff, and the course helped me. I feel a lot more confident in cash games, so I would definitely 100% recommend Highstakes course from BTS, Bluff the Spot. And you can also watch my YouTube video on YouTube Scrimitzu, and you can find it there if you want to watch like some small how do you call that? Small like short fractions from the course. They're there. Yeah.
Awesome. So here you have it. We advertise some Bluff the Spot thing as well. And by the way, yeah, that course is. I mean, I haven't watched it, right? Because the course obviously is on Hold'em, and
And you're a PLO guy.
I'm a PLO guy living in my barrel, not knowing about what's going on around my little.
I know Tobi's in the barrel. You're because.
Well, yeah, Tobi sounds like he's in the barrel. Yeah, that's true. So. Anyway, yeah, but that course, to me, it's super impressive that MMA did it basically from scratch. It's like, I've been thinking, like, should I do something like, because, like, something like JNandez does, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but if he is, like, big shout out, it is quite time consuming, to put it in simple terms. It's so much work. It's very impressive, and especially for somebody like MMAsherdog, who is up there with probably one of the best, well, definitely one of the best no limit hold'em players out there at the moment. For him to take time off the game and create this thing, wow, I have nothing but respect. It's just incredible.
Absolutely. So you already asked in chat, do you guys offer CFP for PLO yet?
Yeah, we do. We do for hold'em and PLO. So yeah, sign up right now.
Yo, actually, JNandez, I also had a subscription to your site, my dude, made through Andreas Feroli. So you thank him. Yeah. So pretty much. And look, you're this very mysterious guy. You barely have a Twitter. You have only a Twitter. No Insta, no Facebook, no anything.
Right.
What kind of motivates you to stay outside of the spotlight? Because I'm pretty sure that it'd be like hold on, something is burning. Just kidding. What motivates you to stay like outside of the limelight? Because like Ben CB was this like mysterious guy, like he made like a course and stuff, and then it was like a quick reveal, and like, hey, we can see him now. He's coming to like PokerCon. He's coming to like all this stuff. What motivates you to stay in the shadows, and why don't you think you'd have like massive success if you?
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't
make
know about
maybe
PokerCon.
like
Now that I
high-stakes
know,
course for like PLO.
Yeah, that's the thing. And now that I know about PokerCon and a chance to meet the mouse, I'm reconsidering. But seriously, though, it's I'm sure it would be better if I show my face sort of and make it more personal. Initially, I didn't want to do it because I used to travel a lot for live poker and playing cash games live, and I thought that it's not really a great idea for me for people to be able to connect my online persona, right, my online screen name to my face. That would sort of be bad for business, if you see what I mean.
Oh yeah, true.
I still think it's true, but the thing is, I'm traveling much less nowadays, so I might reconsider because it's kind of gonna be less bad for business. But also, it's just I'm only on Twitter and YouTube, not because I'm sort of trying not to have a media presence. It's just that I can't be asked. I don't like it. It's not my thing, It's
yeah.
I just don't have like even away from like my online persona of like Runchuks, the way I present myself here. I don't have a private Instagram account or private. Well, I do have a Facebook account, obviously, but I don't even have it on my phone. I check it like once a month or something like that. I'm just not too big on this whole thing. So it's not somehow like trying to preserve the mystery and hide. It's just who I am. I don't really want to be present always there. And also another thing is just how much work it is. Because if you want to do it properly, anything, like even the YouTube thing, right?
Yes.
Wow, man, it's crazy. Like if you want to actually put it with decent quality, it's such a time investment. And of course, I have people helping me with this from Bluff the Spot, right? We have a team, the guys who help with the editing, etc., etc. Initially, it was a lot of work done by just myself, and it's just such a time-consuming thing. And again, playing poker is still my absolute priority. All right,
that's very true.
Playing poker, studying poker, and all the coaching sessions, etc., etc. That's the key, right? So to have like some media presence, etc., etc. I'd rather not, but I might come out and on camera one day. I just really need to consider it, because even I had a thing like on 2+2 where I have a thread. So yeah. People were asking in the beginning of the year if I'm going to show my graph. I was like, well, first of all, I didn't even consider that. Never crossed my mind. And then I thought about it, like, I don't really want to do that. And then, you know, it's sort of people from within the company are saying that you definitely should, because it's a nice graph. It's a good-looking graph. But I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I'm still making money primarily doing this, playing poker. So why would I don't think that's good for business. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I fully back and understand that, and think that only when you should maybe like give up on it or stop playing professionally, then maybe you could start doing like the Kumikon thing.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but I don't know. I don't, because like my situation is like when I'm gonna stop live poker, which is probably never, because I'm not considering, you know, retiring from poker anytime soon, and I'm gonna keep doing the live trips. There might just come a time when, because like I'm really not fooling anyone, you know, people who know me and happen to come, because like this is my voice, right? I'm not somehow using a technology to hide my voice or something. So
just put a pen in your mouth and keep talking.
Well, yeah, that'll make a fun stream. But you know, so it's not really a mystery. You know, people who know me probably would have guessed already by now. So I don't know. There's not gonna be like some huge reveal like with the Isildur that, you know, coming out from the shadows. I don't see it that way. It's just yeah.
Depends on your graph, bro. Honestly,
Right.
depends on your graph.
Right.
If it's like anything like Kumikon, you're gonna be on Joey's podcast in no time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like asking in chat, face reveal at 500 viewers, and then JNandez says Tobi real voice reveal at 5K viewers. Tobi, are you
I'm so sorry,
down
but
for that?
I'm having problems with my microphone again.
Really?
Battery low. Robo has problems.
It sounds
yeah,
like better now, I think.
It does
Is it
sound much
better?
better.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah,
Actually, it sounds
welcome to
good.
the
What
podcast.
happened? They let you out of the barrel?
Oh, nice. Good, good. It's good to hear.
JNandez said that you were rebooting, and it might have been true. Yeah. Reboot
Yeah,
successful.
I feel like he knows more than I do.
Yeah, all systems
So,
back online. Very good.
Exactly.
I have
So
a
now you
plan.
need to get like 5,000 viewers because it's like real voice reveal. There you go.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
Tobi.
I have a plan already. So if we have more than 50 viewers, I'm gonna buy myself a microphone. More
We
than
did have
500,
more
I'm gonna
than 50
reveal
viewers.
my real voice. And after 1,000, I'm gonna show my face.
Perfect.
What do you
Really?
think about the plan?
Okay.
1,000 viewers, you're gonna show your face on the podcast or like on the BTS channel?
I mean on the Twitch channel.
Because MMAsherdog might get like 1K plus if he starts playing live or something. So you know, face reveal Tobi. Watch out.
Okay,
might
but
switch
it's
it.
not our podcast, you know.
There you go. So just for the podcast. Good. Because that'll
And
never
we have
happen.
only 44 right now, so it's still a
I'm
long way to
kidding.
go.
I'm kidding. Where's the big host winning? We can get a big host. Holy shit. Yeah, that's good. That's
Shit.
good. JNandez, you're
Imagine,
right.
and I have to set it up now. All of a sudden.
And Drake
Imagine
said
how
Amazon
many
delivery is
problems
fucking
we're going to
fast.
be facing with Tobi's microphone already doesn't work properly. Like his camera is going to be like it's going to pixelated face, you know,
It's like 1 pixel.
black and white kind of thing. Jesus. Oh man.
Somebody's buying a view bot right now.
Oh, this is
And
fun.
Andre Cause said that Amazon delivery is fucking fast because they got you your mic in time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna order a lot today. Like a new microphone, a camera,
Lights.
all the stuff I need. I'm so motivated right now.
Perfect. Why?
Apparently
Because
there's
we
a lot
talked
of money
about
in
like,
streaming.
yeah, there we go. Poker's dead. Everyone is solid, but streaming is very much alive.
Nice. Next thing we know is Tobi is going to be twitching once a day, every day on Bluff the Spot channel. Tobi, does that sound like a good plan?
Oh yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
I
Awesome.
want to earn more than the 25k Negreanu earns.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
25K per day. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, man.
Well, to be honest, depending on what limits you play, you might be making more at the tables than you would make from streaming, pretty much. But depends on like volume and stuff. You know, both platforms depend on like volume, so it depends on what you wanna invest in, and it's sad sometimes because you know that there was this Twitch streamer for Unibet, Ulen Poker. Anybody know him from like chat or you guys?
Well,
No.
do
What's his name?
you really think?
UHLEN Poker, and he was like this Nolmet 200, Nolmet 500, I think 400, and Nolmet 800. Okay, chat knows him.
Couple of guys know him.
Yeah. Ulen Poker, and he gave up streaming, and he made this the best cash player, says chat. He was playing Nolmet 400, Nolmet 800, I think, at some point on like Unibet. It was like highest limit. So essentially, what happened is he made this huge post in which he says, "Dude, I quit," because he wasn't really constant. He wasn't really consistent anymore. And he said, "Dude, this streaming thing takes so much time from like learning, and so much time from like so much energy, and you don't get to grind as much, and you don't get to study as much because you're like basically toast after a stream." And it's like, yeah, I kind of agree. I agree and disagree, but it's like soul consuming. If you're doing, Andre Cos did 320 hours in a month, dude. Is that true, Andre Cos? He streamed 320 hours in a month, and I'll tell you why in a second. Is that true, Andre Cos? Because you know, like GGPoker had like this thing where if you're like a partner with them. And yes, it is. Yeah, 320 hours a month. That is like on average, 11 hours per day, which is huge. Because GGPoker has this thing that if you reach a certain amount of hours watched, then basically you get like a lump sum of combined like tournament dollars and like cash in your poker account, which was great because it's like, hey, I just gotta keep my stream on and stream, and people will watch. So it was like for 5,000 hours watched, you know, because like if you stream for like 100 hours and 50 people watch you on average, then you're gonna have 5,000 hours watched. So that's like a metric, like a Twitch metric. Like you have 5,000 hours watched. For that amount of hours watched, you get like a lump sum of money, and then the next thing would be like 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours. So your boy went and streamed for 320 hours in a month to get like the bigger lump sum. And imagine streaming and playing poker 11 hours per day for every day of the month. It's soul consuming, talking to people, being there, being active, playing well. Like 11 hours per day for like a whole month is kind of, for me, it's a lot. For me, I couldn't do it. So hats off, tips Fedora, everything, because holy shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and Ulen Poker made like a post about this saying, dude, and Ulen Poker wasn't streaming 11 hours per day. He was streaming maybe once every few days, but high limit cash games and stuff. And I think he had a period where he like more constant. He had like a contract with like Unibet, but he said, dude, it's not worth it. Like legit, it's not worth it. Because he also travels to like these bigger live events, bigger live tournaments, plays cash games, high stakes on the side. So basically he said, dude, I'm sorry, because it's sad, because it's a whole community around your stream that you're letting down because they're never going to get to see you again on Twitch, you know. And that would suck. I said that if I ever quit streaming poker, I'd at least stream games to like get together with my people, and because it's fun. Streaming games is like massive fun. And I would say that, hey, a game streamer has it a lot. Would you say that a game streamer has it a lot more easy than Twitch poker streamer?
Well, I hope you're not asking me, because I mean,
I was
no idea,
asking
but the
you
chat,
guys from like a
the
perspective,
chat
because
probably knows. Because like, to me, it would seem that the game streamer has to have more fun streaming. Bound to be. So,
Yes.
and plus the game streamer just plays a game anyway, so somebody watching over the shoulder doesn't interfere with anything. Because like with poker, you know, because I did a few live streams where I played, and I found it really annoying because, you know, some of the hands I wanted to discuss in more detail, and then I have to talk while I'm playing, so some decisions were suboptimal. I just don't feel it. Like, it doesn't come natural to me. I'm sure there are people out there who don't feel any different when they vocalize their thought process while they're playing. You know, it's just not me. But I imagine somebody playing a game doesn't really matter if they comment on it while they play or not. It's, you know, it's a different... Like, I suppose if you play chess as a game, but that's not the game you were asking about, I suppose. But
Twitch chess is huge, by the way.
It's huge. That's true. And actually, now that I think about it, I do follow some Twitch chess players. Yeah.
Do you follow Alexander Botes?
No.
You need to.
Why?
All right. Very, very smart chess player, but a very fun stream. Very interactive, very fun. You feel like you're actually there, like you're actually communicating with the streamer. I bet you follow that GM, Hikaru?
Hikaru, is he streaming actually? I didn't know.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, GM Hikaru.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean, I'm
Dude,
trying to
holy
actually...
shit, he's
like,
destroying everybody.
Is he? Well, I mean...
Yeah, he's like
be.
the best in like the fast version. I don't know what the
Blitz
name was.
In Blitz.
Yes, the Blitz. He's like top 1 or 2, I think.
Yeah. And Carlson as well is... well, I don't think he's streaming. He might be streaming, actually. I think he's streaming, but definitely has a YouTube presence. Magnus Carlsen, the world champion.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny, because
I
sometimes he would just make a comment like literally today I watched a video where he basically like, I'm so dumb. I should stop talking, start thinking.
Yeah. I think exactly. And he has like a really, really good sense of humor, and you just love to watch him play. It's like he looks like he's having so much fun. Although you can't really understand like everything that goes on in his mind because it's like so complex of a thought process. But then he's also having fun with it, which makes it 10 times better to watch.
Yeah, Diamond Apple is saying that Bullet is the chess format, that Hikaru is the best.
Yeah, Bullet. Yeah. I think Bullet is slower. I think Bullet is faster. Yeah. That's
Daniel,
awesome.
by the way,
so,
Daniel Engels is saying that poker streamers... Oh, shit, it went out of my site. So poker streamers are increasing while poker viewers are decreasing. So it's very hard to make it.
I don't know. I don't know anything about general, but I think that it's not necessarily poker viewers are decreasing. I think it's just a factor of Jay Carver kind of left streaming, and he raked in a lot of viewers. So you can't really take the whole lobby viewership in general and say, hey, Twitch poker viewers are decreasing and there's less interest in online poker, because I would think that's not true. I think that Lex is streaming less. I think you should generally try watching Twitch poker during a series, you know, like the GG series, or when Stars has their series, you know, and stuff like W Coop or stuff like that. When Fedor is streaming, when Ben CB gets on, when everybody gets on, you know. Like it's a very, very fluctuating thing, I would say. And I'd say that whomever likes poker, you never actually quit poker, do you? Like ever?
No.
So whomever likes poker, it's just nice. It did get very, very competitive the last few years because of all the companies coming in and sponsoring streamers and helping them and upping them and stuff like that. So you know, it's only natural. It's only natural. It's a domain where a lot of money is flowing and a lot of money can be made. And if you're deciding to become a Twitch streamer, then just do it. Try it. Don't listen to us. We're saying it's hard. Maybe for you it's gonna be easy. Fuck it, dude. I mean, who knows?
And actually,
like for my streams,
last week we were talking on this the last episode last week we were talking about the fact that, you know, don't go into poker for the money alone. If that's your sole motivation, then you're in for some tough time, right? And for some people who consider poker as an option, but they are more sort of creative and more, outgoing sort of type. Going into poker while also going into the Twitch game, that might be actually an interesting way in.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah,
But
you're
again,
basically like
it's not
multi-tabling.
It's not like if somebody wants to go into that for the money, I think it's probably not such a great idea. If money is the only motivation, that probably there's so many better ways to make money, so many easier ways.
True. Very, very true. Uptrend Gaming says, however, it is a platform you can grow organically so fast from zero, at least in the poker niche. I disagree. You have to have decent content to do that. If you don't, you're not going to grow on Twitch. Twitch is just so bad for growing. Like YouTube is way better. I would go so far as to say that Facebook Gaming would be a great platform right now. Because, like there's two lakes, and in a lake there's like all the sharks, and then another lake there's like 1-2 sharks. You want to be in the lake that is like 1-2 sharks, right? Because there's not that much competition. And essentially, Facebook Gaming would be great right now for poker, I think. And Winamax is doing some streams there. I've seen them. So essentially, they've seen the value in that, and they're getting like 700 viewers or something like that. And Facebook is just such an open market. And it's also for people who are considering streaming. It's an open market with people who aren't really shy of throwing away some money at you, because Facebook also has that donation thing in progress. Well, like you can donate to like some sort of charity that you want. People have birthdays and they say, hey, for my birthday, I would like to raise $100 for UNICEF or something like that. And people donate, and people have their cards attached, so you can stream and get donations fairly easily, like on Twitch or something. Twitch is not even there. Twitch, you get donations on Twitch for like third parties or something like that. So Facebook might be better for that. And there's a lot less competition, and it's a lot more democratic, Facebook. But you can't also stream on Twitch, which kind of sucks, because Twitch is like the bigger platform. But everybody's on Facebook too, so it depends. It needs testing. It needs testing. I can't do it because I have a contract with Twitch, but maybe if you're new and you're like starting out, maybe it would not be such a bad idea to try out Facebook streaming.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And Daniel Engel say, poker streaming has also the disadvantage that people have to stream with delay, which makes it less appealing. Yes, I agree. And I saw that problem a long time ago, and I sort of fixed that problem. How? Some people stream with no delay with a card catcher, which means a card cover, right? So, but that sucks because people don't get to see your cards, right? So you're just there streaming no delay, playing poker, saying, hey, maybe I have 8-6 suited, maybe I have aces, haha, what are you gonna do, But then other people stream with like delay, and they can talk about hands and show their cards, and I think that's way better. But as an interaction level, it sucks because you're just saying something, you're waiting 3 minutes or 5 minutes for a reply, then you can reply again, then it's like you're texting somebody who's playing poker online, looking at their phone for like every 5 minutes, and then texting something real quick, and then putting it back down again, and so on. So I was actually the first to do something different. I did a stream where I was on no delay, but my tables did have delay.
So the video is on delay, but the audio is no delay.
The video is on no delay. The video is on no delay.
Oh, so video is no
delay. The audio is on no delay. The video is on no delay. Only the table has delay. The part of the video that is the table has delay.
Okay. Right.
But
still,
so
you're going to have to be careful with what you're saying, right? Because you can basically reveal...
And that was my first... I could also do magic, switching between delay tables and no delay tables, because I'd have like this cool all-in situation that I wanted to show. Like, hey, fuck it all. Well, like, heads up with this guy. We're going to go all in. Holy shit. You guys got to see this, And then switch back to like delay tables. I could just like switch forward and back. But that was a problem because I would have a lot of silence moments because I would be thinking about the hand in play. But I couldn't talk about the hand in play, right? Because I'm obviously live right now, so I can talk, look, in this spot I have ace king, because you're also seeing the delayed table.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's an aspect that I haven't been able to fix yet. I went back to like 3 minutes delay. I am trying and I'm working profusely to try to figure out a way fix that. I'm thinking about maybe making a no delay webcam, and the rest of the stream will be on delay. I'm thinking of like a lot of stuff that I can or can't do. But it's like I've always been like very happy to be innovative. I've always been very happy to be and when I did this thing with the table delay and stream no delay, because that was like, it was looked at as huge innovation. Jamie Staples tweeted, and I got a lot of followers from that, so thanks, Jamie. And he said, holy shit, revolutionized Twitch poker. And a lot of streamers started commenting like, holy shit, I got to do this and stuff like that. And I was like really, really proud. That was like a proud moment. Like, hey, I made an advance of this. I made this domain somehow advance. And some streamers are doing it right now, but they're mostly like cash streamers. So it's like it's slightly better. I would say slightly easier. Streaming a pre-recorded video recording of your session is kind of interesting. Yeah, that's not pre-recorded video. Just the way I do it is I would stream my table screen to another third-party stream that was like a twitch.tv/whatever test stream. Don't click on this, something like that, right? And that with like delay, and that I'd play that stream on another screen with my streaming software. I would capture that screen and play it live with the rest of the elements, right? So table was on delay, I was on no delay. So you need like a good setup for this, etc. Two streaming software at the same time and stuff. But I made it happen. It was like, it felt like magic at first. Then it felt like it was like looking at the abyss and the abyss looking back at you, because I couldn't find a word flow, right? I was talking about anything else but poker. Or like whenever something was happening, I was like really excited, but then back to like no delay. And also I had to play and then switch tables that happened to hands that happened 3 minutes ago, because I would try to show the more interesting hands, but you have to remember what happened 3 minutes ago and then do that also. So I did that for a while. It was okay, but I need to find a better version of this. So I'm really trying, but it's going to be awesome. Right. And I might solve this is the biggest problem that Twitch poker has. I might solve it. So yeah. Why did it not end up working? Because I'd think about hands in play, but I'd have to also talk about hands that happened 3 minutes ago. So that's something that gave a lot of silence and pauses, which I really didn't like. And I'm trying to figure out a better way. And until then, I went back to like delay. That's it. Pre-recorded stream. Streaming a pre-recorded video recording of your session is kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe. I don't like pre-recorded. It's still live, even if it's like 3 minutes ago. Whew. Wow, that was a mouthful. Isn't it taking away a lot from the... JNandez says, isn't it taking away a lot from the excitement that you already know the outcome of hands? Yes. That was also a thing. I forgot about that, you know? It's like you're showing a hand that happened 3 minutes ago. Imagine this. You won a 50K pot, all right? This is the biggest pot in your career. Or you just won a tournament. You busted out Runchuks from the final table of the PLO 10K. And it happened 3 minutes ago, and you're now showing it on stream. Can you react the same way, the same like happiness that you had like 3 minutes ago when it happened? No.
And also, you can't really react when it happens, because you kind of ruin it.
Yes,
really sucks. Like you have to like stay quiet for 3 minutes and then
frown.
Yay!
Exactly.
Man.
You get aces at 3 tables. Frown. See, people are smart. JNandez is a smart guy for asking about that. I actually didn't think about that before doing my first stream, but yeah, I'm more like hands-on kind of guy. So yeah. Slower all reactions. Exactly. Like, oh my God, we won! Yay! 3 minutes ago, we still won. Yes, let's do it. And other things like I do like a trophy room in my stream. I was the first guy who had a trophy room for like every one tournament. I would actually put in like a trophy, like put in like the name of the tournament and the amount, and have like this trophy room with like shiny trophies showing like all the tournaments that I won. And it's pretty cool. Like, let me invite you to my trophy room. Welcome to my stream, you know? And I actually got a live trophy. Hold on, I'll show you. I have this little thing right here, which is a actual trophy that I write on. You can see like the last tournament one was the blue 30. That was like for $580. You can see. So I write on it with like a marker, and we have this moment where I induct the trophy in the Hall of Fame in the trophy room, and like we play "We Are the Champions" from Queen, and it's just like a celebratory moment. I think that's pretty awesome for the stream. Were you also first with whole cards viewer on many tables? Yes, that is also correct. I built something in my stream, like your capture. You have like your picture with like Runchuks right on the stream, and Tobi.
Yeah.
And I built like 6 of those that captured just the exact, because I'm showing only one table on my screen, right? And I'm alternating between them. But there's a whole card viewer where you have like some squares, right? And I captured exactly the areas. I cropped the areas on my screen where the cards would be on every table. So you have like a whole card viewer, and you can see all the hands that I'm getting. You know, so like,
basically,
remember, yeah.
You know all your cards. You don't see the table, so you can't really place the action, etc., etc. But you sort of have the cards.
Yeah, people can see what cards I'm getting in like all the tables, and that's nice.
All right.
And one more thing that it's like this was inspired actually by a Party Poker old function. Party Poker, I don't know if you remember, it had, I don't know if it actually has that now too. It was like some sort of multi-table tool that they had, where you had like a side panel where we show you all the whole cards and all the tables and all the flops and turns and rivers. I couldn't put in like flop, turn, river because I don't have so much space in my stream. But that's where the idea came from, because I used to like 16 table on like Party, and I would prioritize the better hands, obviously.
All right.
Right, so...
Yeah, YC is saying a lot of innovation coming from you, and that's actually, you know, something that I put in the topic for this episode, innovation, because that's something you're famous for, and it's cool, you know. And right now you're working on solving a problem that I didn't know exists, so it's really awesome.
The delay problem is a problem that Twitch Poker has, and if I could solve it, that would be just amazing. I'm trying like sort of like this ways, but it's got a solution. It's got a solution. I'm gonna find it. Other problems from like, because I got a whiteboard. You know, I got a whiteboard where I like write stuff on, and I'm looking at it now, and I'm seeing solve problems, the delay, boring pauses, energy, optimism, love for the game. These are not problems. These are just guidelines. But the delay and boring pauses, because as a poker player, you're gonna have boring pauses when you think about hands, right? So sometimes maybe some streamers, because I watch other streamers, and maybe they don't feel like talking too much, or they don't feel like bringing like positive energy and stuff like that for the stream. And I don't see this as a problem. I see this like as being your personality. But I know what people want to watch. People want to watch extreme stuff as much as possible. That's why Dan Bilzerian has so many followers on like Instagram and shit. And maybe there's a way to bring that without like, maybe with like using a software or something, like without this is like a broad, like a sort of like a broader thing. But for example, one thing that I brought to Twitch Poker is text to speech in chat. So for example, you have these points, see? Twitch points, you know, of them. You can use them to highlight your message, unlock a random sub emote. Twitch channel points, they're called.
All right. Again,
so
no idea.
I'm gonna highlight a message.
All right.
In your chat by using 380
I love it.
points.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh man,
all right,
that's cool.
It's just a small needle. So by watching this channel, I get points, right? You get to gather points. And one thing is that with these points, it costs like 220 points to go text to speech on my stream. So I have an option there that you can click, and it says text to speech. And whenever you would like, you would type a message. It would get heard, like read on by a text-to-speech bot on my stream, and you can do that with points. Generally, people charge donations with that, but I guess people, I don't feel like people need to donate to me because I'm already like have affiliate deal and I'm partnered, and I appreciate like subscriptions because I get more emote slots because of that. That's like very important to me. But essentially, you can have like text to speech, and you can say you fucking dunk or something like that, like for free in my stream. And I think that brings in more interaction with people. And one more thing that I have built and I'm very, very proud of is my soundboard that has Tony G sounds, that has Rounders sounds, Duke Nukem sounds, and I'm working on bringing in more. Like, like not sure if you're familiar with Duke Nukem.
No.
This is like this crazy game person who has these lines like "Hail to the king, baby," stuff like that, like really, really hardcore. Or like Tony G, like I extracted stuff like "I got the heart," or stuff like that, like it's like tilting people, or like there's this sound where like I hit an 8 on the river, and I have always OSU Loggy, who's like a viewer in my chat. He's like very, very committed, and I really appreciate that. And he always types in !8. That's all you got to type in, and it plays that sound. It plays Tony G saying, "Date with an 8. Am I the greatest?" It's so good. It's so good, and stuff like I played it like a set. Like stuff like that. It's like so good, and I'm very proud of that because it's very fun. It adds a new dimension to my stream, and it makes the stream a lot more fun for me too when people are just like emoting or like. The crazy Teddy KGB from Rounders, and he's like that crazy Russian guy. I bet you've seen the movie like a few times at least, all right?
Rounders?
Rounders,
rings a bell.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
No, come on. Seriously, of course I've seen Rounders. At least give me some credit.
So
please.
like you get like so like more like a T-Rex, more evolved dinosaur. Good. So it says when Teddy KGB says, "I'm paying you with your money."
Yeah.
Or when Worm says, like, I actually took that out because it was slightly sexist when he says like women are the rake or something like that. And I just took all those. And when Mike says it's a skill game, Joe, or something like that, like ridiculous. When I get like super lucky, my chat likes to pick on me and says it's a skill game, Joe. Fuck you.
Oh man.
Sounds
like
yeah,
fun.
I can dodge bullets, baby, is the best sound of all of poker. No, the best sound of all of poker is when Phil Hellmuth loses and Tony G says it was that no look all in hand when Tony G looked at his cards. It told Phil Hellmuth that he had ace king. He went all in. Phil believed him, and said, "But why, Tony?" And Tony says, "It's poker, Phil. What do you think this is?" That is the best clip ever. Clip ever. And I included it in my soundboard. You just type in "It's poker, Phil" or something, and it just reads it out. It's so good.
You're probably having so much fun while doing this. Do you actually play poker when you're not streaming?
Rarely, but yeah. Yeah, I will fire cash game tables sometimes. I won't play tournaments where I'm not streaming because it just takes way too long, and then I start streaming, and then that's it. But I really enjoy playing poker while streaming. I couldn't see it any other way. Like I'm playing, it has brought a new dimension to me, and I know. JNandez asked earlier, isn't it tilting that the moment you'll innovate a new solution, all the top streamers will copy it? Dude, look. That happened with the no delay thing immediately, like in that thread, Jamie Staples said, "Look, this Scrimitzu guys on a whole new level. We gotta figure out how he did this." And then my first reaction was, "What the fuck? Like I gotta copyright this shit, trademark it, fucking A, like put a patent on it." But then I was like, "Look, if Twitch poker, I also watch Twitch poker, so I think." I thought of all the people that watch Twitch poker, and they're really going to be enjoying the no delay thing. And if I manage to make a change for the better, that is just awesome. It's perfect. Like if I can do that, that's enough for me. I don't care about people. Please copy me. All right, do that. I want when I come into a stream, I want to be greeted with "Hail to the King, baby," or like something like "It's poker, Phil," or like some sort of random clip from like a game, or like the Mario death sound or something like that. Let's be innovative, right? Change the game, and it's better. And also one more thing. Yeah, exactly. Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil. What do you think this is? That was really cool. Yeah, but I couldn't see poker without streaming. I couldn't see myself not streaming. If I'd quit streaming poker, just pursue professional poker, I'd still be streaming games, or at least some sort of poker, some sort of maybe like a Sunday Million sort of special, or GG Masters sort of special, something like that. I'd still be streaming because it helped me get over anxiety. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I couldn't click the start button, start streaming for like half an hour at the beginning, but then now it's like it comes naturally and it's great, and I love doing this. And one more thing is that essentially, while some people did admit, I think I'm not putting names. I think I remember all in Pav saying this, but I'm not sure. But for me also, it kind of keeps you accountable a little bit, so you can't really tilt on stream. Some people have problems with tilting on stream. That's great because they don't tilt. They keep playing because they know people are watching. They're pretty self-aware, right? So they don't tilt. And I think that's one of the secrets to like giving up tilt, because I don't have that problem anymore for like a long time. David Tarrant, thanks for subbing. See? I'm doing your stream for you, man.
Yeah.
So
well,
essentially,
I'm here sitting, taking notes, learning.
Perfect. No, I really appreciate it, man. But the idea is that streaming keeps you accountable. So that if you're tilting in poker, that might be a solution to stream and have somebody talk to you while you're streaming. That might be a good solution to tilting. Andre Cause says for him it's the same on and off stream. Yeah, I know you're a special case, dude. Though you're a special case because you say fuck like 37 times per minute when you're running bad. But I guess like you're blowing off stream and people talking to you might help. JNandez, thank you so much for the sub. There we go. Am I getting
Awesome.
a cut for this guy or what? Dude, JNandez, how has it been for you, like while streaming? Like I can understand that you probably almost never had a problem with like tilting, but did you feel like we're getting him on the podcast, guys? Did you feel like you ever had like any trouble like away from the tables and streaming has changed you? How has streaming like changed you with like I remember you did a 100K challenge and then you did some other stuff like advertising your site and stuff. How has that changed you? Right, and now he's like answering his stuff. I'm like, we're see guys, I'm so good. Like I'm getting you your next guy on the podcast.
No, absolutely, we're gonna get him on. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
There you go. You can get Andre Cause too, because he's a really, really nice guy, by the way.
Let's get him on as well.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You can ask him about his Iron Man 320 month and how he started streaming. JNandez says poker can certainly be more fun streaming to a point where playing without stream isn't great anymore. I agree. Runchuks, you're missing out, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, I've tried and it's not my thing. I can totally see why it would be super fun for some people, right? And also, like, just thinking about it, like, does it change your well? I don't even know how to formulate the idea here, because like with streaming, you pretty much have to be on schedule, right? Because otherwise it doesn't make sense. You can't just, randomly start streaming. Does it make you feel more like, yeah, but actually, I feel the same way even without streaming. I have my schedule, so I sort of, I don't know.
But a lot of people aren't really that disciplined and responsible about their schedule, so they might
thinking about it, because like today, because very often what happens to me is I can just sit the whole day and wait for tables, and there's no fucking game, right? It doesn't happen often, but today was one of those fucking days, right? And eventually I got like a 1K table, and I was like, just one table, it's a 1K table, I can't be bothered, I'm not gonna play, it's not interesting. And I thought, okay, why not? Yeah. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna add some Zoom 500 as well, so that at least I have some action. So I sort of found a way for myself to force myself to play that 1K table, even though I normally would pass on the opportunity. And I think actually if I was streaming, it could have been something that it would be still fun to play just that one table, even if it's lower stakes, but I'm streaming, you know, because sometimes, you know, if what I used to do sometimes is if there's no game, I would just record a video on the lower stakes, and it's fun. And at least it's like a good use of my time. Sometimes what happens, I actually get a bigger game going while I'm recording, so I just stop recording and kind of bail out and go play my game. But
yeah.
So yeah, actually could be a thing.
Yeah, yeah, very true, very true. Also, one more thing is that one question in chat is, what do you think of the rise of the slot streamers? Look, it's a good domain to stream in compared to poker, because in poker you actually have to think about decisions. In slots, you don't really have to think that much about decisions. So you just, but the emotion of gambling money is there too, maybe even more for some people. So the more you can react and emote and be, I don't know if you guys know Knassi, chat. He used to stream poker. He had like 150 viewers. Now he streams slots, and he's like top of the slot gambling thing. He's like, sometimes he gets like 30,000 viewers or something ridiculous. He's a crazy man if you watch him. Like you can tell like he's borderline. Yeah, there we go. He's like borderline crazy. Like the reactions he gets like on stream is like ridiculous. You'd say that he's on sort of 3 different substances at any given time. But he gets the JNandez knows him. Algae. Yeah, algae. But it's easier to stream slots than poker, because obviously in poker when you're multi-tabling, that takes most of your brain. In slots when you're single tabling, obviously you're just pressing a button or just like auto, and you're just reacting to whatever happens in front of you on the screen, and it is real money. So it is kind of like, I don't know, it's really, really cool. And this guy has built this brand, as much as we as poker players hate it because it's not real skill involved, you know. This guy's built his brand around, and now he has his own online casino. How do you think about that? We might even play poker on it one day. What do you think about that?
Jesus.
Yes, he's Knassi, and he now has Knassi Casino.
Knassi Casino, wow.
Yeah.
I bet that's something that Jungleman could step in and be the ambassador. I mean, he's building up his brand for nothing. I mean, go use your name, Jungleman. Go join Knassi.
You'd be surprised, but you know that at some point, if Netflix wants to make a freaking series about poker and everything, you'd know that Jungleman would be like one of the top candidates for main role.
Jungleman,
or like at least selected for like to educate the guy in the main role, the actor, you know. But we as poker players are slightly actors. Yeah. Because of that chick flick that he did.
He already proved his acting skill, you know, and he's getting it.
Exactly.
Dan Bilzerian probably getting in somehow.
Dan Bilzerian probably getting owned. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that in a series. Dan Bilzerian getting owned at poker, and just a little bit of justice, man.
Yeah.
No, it's like whatever happened with that guy in poker is like the first post, the first thing. No, please no. Please no. Yeah.
Wow. Listen, man, this has been such a blast for me. I've learned so much. It's incredible. You know, I literally, like I said already several times, I feel like I opened a door to a whole new world. I'm so excited about this because I'm sure that, you know, a lot of the viewers that watch my stuff might really benefit from it, because it might give them some ideas on new directions and stuff, and it's amazing. Arthur is coming on the stream, by the way. He's streaming every day at 8, so we're already eating in his time, but stick around. He's actually, how cool would that be that he's gonna start implementing your stuff, like the soundboard? The soundboard sounds amazing for me.
Sure.
That would be awesome. But anyway, so he's coming on after we leave. But Scrim, so where can people find you? Obviously on Twitch.
Twitch.tv/Scrimitzu. You can see it right down here. Right down here. Scrimitzu, twitch.tv. That's where they can find you. All socials are Scrimitzu. Also, JNandez asked, have you thought about consulting other streamers in innovation? Yes and no. So I like streaming. I like playing poker. I would enjoy probably, so that's a good idea. I would probably enjoy providing services to other poker streamers based on innovation, based on all that stuff. But to be honest, for me, with like the speed of people copying it, you know, it would be, I don't know, like maybe those streamers would like hire me for like a month, but then everybody will be copying them, and then there would be no need for that and so on. So I don't know if it's like a sustainable sort of ecosystem. I'll give it a thought because it's interesting. It's interesting. It might be even easy money, honestly. But I'll think about it. And then get in touch with maybe like the way I would take this on is look at big streamers, see what they're lacking, see what could be added to their stream, message them, tell them, hey, I could implement this. Let's discuss a deal, and then basically if they think that's good, get on with it. And do you think that's a feasible business plan?
To me, it sounds like a great idea.
All right. So
especially
are you interested?
You know, because when you were saying that, oh, you know, people would be copying me so fast. Well, yeah, they would be copying the technological stuff, right? But you know, I think what's special about you is that you come up with these ideas. I mean, there's probably guys who can, you know, execute the technical. Like, you can just describe the idea to them, and they'll be, oh yeah, that's easy, I can do it. But to think of it, that's the beauty, right? So I totally see you as a consultant for these things. You know, you could totally help somebody become more interesting, more interactive. You know, especially with all the ideas you're having and all your experience. Yeah, go for it, man. I'm looking forward to this. You know, I'm gonna follow your progress as a. You're basically founding an industry.
My first potential client, because JNandez Poker just typed in chat HMU, which means hit me up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scrimitzu Productions, get real. Absolutely. Stream Doctor Scrimitzu at your service. Twitch innovation goes behind tech. Totally agree with Runchuks. It's channel dependent. Yes.
Absolutely. I think we founded a new industry here. You're the, how do you say, the whatever, founding father.
Stream Doctor.
Yeah. Scream Doctor.
Founding father, yeah.
This is amazing. No, but I'm serious, actually. This is definitely a thing you should consider. It totally has potential. I don't know if there is like a lot of money to be made there. Maybe.
I might do it, man.
Sounds like fun.
I might just do it
because
I've helped so many streamers. You have no idea. Like so many streamers are on Twitch now. I've helped at some point because they had a problem, and I was in chat, and I was like, hey, you can do it like this, and it's better, and it's less CPU consuming, and you can do this, that, and that. And I know so much about streaming, about equipment, about cameras, about like my wife's also a photographer, so inadvertently I know so much about like cameras and lenses. If you want like a super pro setup and stuff like that, and like all the software thing, and how like what the components to get like better for streaming, and how to get like capture cards and stuff, and and more like future stuff. So I think that might be a good idea. We might be onto something, guys.
Absolutely, yeah. This is awesome. Man, again, thank you so much for coming on. It's so great, and I enjoyed it so much, especially because I didn't know what to, like, I didn't know what we're getting into, you know, and basically from the first minute you just put me in like the cold shower situation of like, do you think about these things? What about this? What about? And we're like, wow, these things exist. Never mind, do I do them? Like, wow, it's incredible. You know, I learned so much today. I'm sure it was super useful for so many people. And to me, it's always interesting to sort of jump into a topic that I'm not aware of, because it kind of broadens your perspective, broadens your mind in a way. So thank you very much for this. It was awesome, and everybody in the chat, I really appreciate you guys. It's been a blast. You've been a great crowd today. JNandez, I'm gonna reach out to you, man. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk, man. So yeah, and Andre Kaz as well.
Andre Kaz.
Well, we're gonna fix the pronunciation there as well, and I'm gonna reach out to you. I mean, have recommendation here from Scrim. So it's been awesome. Thank you so much. Follow Scrim on Twitch and everywhere else. I know I will, actually. I'm really hooked. Like, when is the next time I can catch you on stream?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow what
Tomorrow
time?
around 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. British time.
1 p.m. British time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not, tomorrow I'm off, but I'm gonna find you, man. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
I will
it's
find
really
you.
Intriguing, you know.
And I will watch you.
Yeah, exactly. It's really intriguing, you know, and also like the things that you described with the soundboard and all that. It just sounds like so much fun. Something that I haven't seen anybody else do, and I'm sure it's super enjoyable.
Oh, yeah, please be there. You're gonna have a blast. I have like instructions for everything. You're gonna have a lot of fun.
Absolutely, sounds good. Awesome.
All right, guys.
Else?
Thank you so much for listening for me rant for like 2 hours. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys around on the streets of Twitch.
Yeah, thank you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah, man. Hope you find more tables, Runchuks too.
Yeah.
Cheers,
thanks.
guys. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.